Hello and welcome to the marvellous show Black Sails. If you've never watched the Marvel Show before, I'm your host Steve, and it's been a long time since we watched Black Sails and I've missed it so much, but I've just had so much on, I've literally not been able to concentrate on anything. But now I'm hoping to get back into things again. We did Peaky Blinders just the other day, so I'm hoping to get this out as soon as possible, and then we'll get back into House of Dragon for a bit, and then I'll try and speed things up a little bit. But last time, if I can try and remember now, we had Flint, who's on the run from Hornigold's crew, and they went into this storm, and it was a fantastic scene on the ship. Silver was trapped down the bottom with I can't remember his friend, the crew member down the bottom, who got his leg trapped and ended up drowning, which was a horrible scene. Silver was holding his hand as he was drowning to death. It was awful. We also had a meeting or reunion of Blackbeard and Vane, and I think if I got it right, Beard wanted to be part of this kind of committee kind of thing, or something like that. But I think what he actually wants to do, he wants to take Vane with him and form this great crew again. I think that's kind of the vibe I got. Eleanor is negotiating as well with this captain from the British fleet. He's taking him to Nassau because I think he wants to take it over. I can't exactly remember that, but yeah, that negotiating that deal. They've met up with Hornigold again as well. Not sure what's going to happen there. So I think we left the last sequence with a broken ship. Flint's ship is just completely knackered. The sails, part of the sails have gone, and they've now realised that there's no wind, and they've only got food that's going to last a few days, and I think they're like 2 weeks away from any land. So yeah, that's going to be quite interesting to see where this goes. I can't wait to get back into Black Sails. I love Black Sails so much, and I've really have missed it. So yeah, if you're a fan of Black Sails, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, and let's just crack on with episode 3, season 3, Black Sails. See you in a bit.
There are no men like me.
Now shall we conclude our business?
316 black pearls to be exchanged for 46,121 pieces of eight.
I understand she can dress as a civilized woman, but to behave as one, that is impressive.
The accounts are
Gonna
acceptable.
get his ass kicked in a minute.
We have a deal.
When the governor arrives, if you do indeed flee, there'd be a place for you in my employ.
Governor? What governor?
You don't know, do you?
Invasion?
A fleet, 8 ships, soldiers, several hundred, all led by a man claiming to have been appointed governor of this place and empowered to take it back by force if necessary.
How long? Until they arrive here?
12 days, approximately.
Better than 12 hours.
Burgess, Woodall, the Cochrans.
Have you met those people? They're not exactly a rally around a flag sort. How could you possibly convince them all to join a fight like this?
Because if they all join, there may be no fight. A show of force. If we all unite, the fight that we will present to our invaders will appear so costly and painful they will choose to walk away from it rather than risk humiliation at our hands.
Ooh. I think Vane would captain it, surely.
The date has been set for our arrival in Nassau, roughly 2 weeks from today. And when that happens, decisions are going to be made over a matter of hours that will determine the future of the island for decades to come. There were a number of parties to whom I had to make promises in exchange for their support of this operation. Schedules that had to be met. But there is one particular party whose patience I do not wish to test.
Spain. What did you have to promise them?
That I would seize Fort Nassau, secure the remains of the Urca de Lima's gold stored within it, and return it to Havana, promptly. As long as the fort is taken quickly and in its entirety, everything should be fine.
Oh, God.
The product of his rage.
Oh, God.
We are dead. Men. Left to suffer. Knowing that he no longer hears our cries, because in this place, he is absent.
He's a cup half empty kind of guy, isn't he?
We'll have to cut the men's rations again. I agree.
Do they not out like fish? Get out fishing rods and try and catch fish.
I would suggest that we draw up 2 lists. One with the names of the men critical to sailing this ship once the wind returns. The second, the men who aren't.
You think we should feed some of the men more than others?
No, I think we should feed some of the men and not others. If you challenge me in any way while we exist in this state, I will be forced to make an issue of how we entered into it in the first place.
Ooh. Oh dear. They'll listen to Silver if he does turn
Keep a close eye on him.
You want us to combine our forces and engage a fleet of 6 ships, and you want us to do it with 6 guns supporting us from the fort so that we can frighten the British Navy into retreat.
We understand there are 8 ships, not 6. Yes to the rest of it. That said, if you're going to behave like children, then I will be your daddy. And if that weren't enough, you will recall that Anne and I have put thousands of pieces into your pockets in contemplation of the day when your cooperation would be called upon to defend this place. That day is today, and you will answer the call.
Flint is dead. Went down in a storm. Before anyone commits to anything, just know that you'll be doing it without Flint. I may be able to offer an alternative. I am prepared to step into Captain Flint's shoes, unify those men, prosecute a defense of the harbor, and repel the Navy from here definitively, if, once I've done it, you agree to join me in sailing away from here for good.
Just agree. Oh, they did go fishing. Eels.
Eels up inside ya! Finding an entrance where they can.
You have to keep squeezing that, it's making me feel sick.
Take your rations. I mean it.
You both stand accused of a crime most serious. Theft of food held in reserve at a time such as this is a betrayal of trust of the most profound sort.
I wouldn't have done such a thing. So don't fucking tell me I do something that's fucking cowardly.
Whoa. Oh my god.
I ain't done nothing, I swear it.
Oh my god.
Forgive me.
Oh, he's totally lost it, hasn't he?
Sooner or later, it will be time for you and I to go our separate ways. It would be wise if we are prepared and our shares are split evenly.
Our roads are going to diverge.
To land.
Whale carcass.
Oh, right.
They float when they rot. After they rot.
Make ready the launch.
You gonna row out there on your own?
You're the other. Let's go. I stole it from you.
What?
The Urca gold.
Oh my god.
Whatever happens out here, one thing is certain. You will account for me.
You conceived all of this. The cover story, the end game on the jetty, waiting for the scouts to return.
Yes.
That's a bit tense.
We can't eat that. Let's head back to the ship.
What was that? Oh my god.
We can eat those.
Oh my god. Oh my god. That was mental. Gonna need a bigger boat.
Again?
What happened out there? Progress. How can you know for sure?
Because I'm still alive, I suppose.
There are masts at the mouth of the harbour. Appear to be in a firing line.
Oh, it's not going to be this episode, it's going to be the next one. I can't wait.
How many ships?
Looks to be 8, maybe 9.
3 hours, give or take, till they're near.
No, I'm not going to get it this episode, though.
If you sent someone else to read the pardon address, someone known to the men on that beach, it might work. Him. Half the men in that bay have sailed under him at one point or another. They respect him as much, if not more, than any other man that's sailed under the Black.
That man will be offered a full, complete, and unqualified pardon. All of you, that is, but one. There shall be a bounty of 10,000 pounds sterling for the capture of the pirate Charles Vane, dead or alive.
Oh, no.
What the fuck's he doing?
Captain?
Oh, no. Oh my god. It's so good. I love this series so much. And that was Black Sails Season 3, Episode 3. I have missed that so much. I love Black Sails. It's so good. So we see the crew, Flint's crew, just malnutrition. Like they've got no food, no water. Silver wants to give up his rations because he's kind of, I don't know, he feels that, well, obviously Flint has basically made up 2 lists. A list of people that are allowed food and that aren't. The ones that aren't allowed food are obviously going to die quite quick, and Silver just wouldn't agree to that. So there's a lot of conflict between him and Flint. They see this huge whale, dead whale, floating in the sea, and I think Silver made the attempt that he needs to kind of like, I don't know, sort of get into Flint's head a bit more. So he managed to convince Flint to go with him to go and see this whale. When they got there, it was completely rotten. But on the way there, Silver admitted about the Urca gold and everything, told him that it was that he'd actually stolen it for him technically. It was all his plan, the whole thing with the scouts coming back, you know, and telling them that it'd gone and all that sort of stuff. It was all his idea. As almost like a challenge to see if Flint would kill him or would sort of kind of admire him for doing it. Luckily he got away with it, but they got to this whale and obviously it completely rotten, but it was surrounded by great white sharks. One of the funniest scenes, it was brilliant. Flint just started fishing for great white sharks. It was brilliant. It did crack me up. And then they caught one, completely unrealistic I know, but they caught one. It was quite fun. So then the crew were able to eat, and then later on they see land and are able to go to this island, but the island's obviously got some huge tribe, sort of I guess a tribe that have lived there for many years, I don't know. So that's going to be in the next episode. They're going to probably trying to make peace with this tribe, because they're not going to be able to take them on, because as I say, they're all weak, malnutrition, they're all, you know, they don't have water and food. Either they'll be taken prisoner or they'll try and negotiate some kind of sort of peace with this tribe, which would be quite interesting. And the other story which I'm really liking is that this British fleet have arrived just outside Nassau, and Vane and Blackbeard have managed to convince all the captains to kind of come together and protect Nassau, you know, as a group. And so they've lined all these ships up. It's more of a scare tactic, hoping that the British fleet will just sort of say, well, we're not going to try and take them on, we'll just go. But they've been outsmarted already now, because I can't remember the guy's name, but the main guy in the British fleet, he sent Hornigold with a couple of crew to negotiate a deal where they'd pardon all the pirates and give them a big reward for Vane, dead or alive. And by the looks of it, all the people of Nassau were just laying their guns down and just joining him. So now Vane is completely screwed, because they're on the ships, but they've got no friends that side or no friends that side now, so they're kind of caught in the middle. But yeah, brilliant! It's brilliant to get back to it. I'm absolutely loving it. Like I said before, if you're a fan of Black Sails, please like, subscribe, comment, hit the bell, and all that stuff. And yeah, I will see you in episode 4, season 3, and can't wait. Won't be as long as time, promise. So yeah, speak to you soon. Bye. Speak to you soon. See you soon. Bye.